Hello everyone, this is Vicky Stitchnbutton, and today is December 13th. It is Wednesday for me, and it's my bi-weekly check-in on my cross-stitch. Well, I did my videos, I did my WIP parade. I don't know if you guys caught that or not. I did my WIP parade, and then I did another video and asked you guys to vote for the WIPs that I was going to take into next year. I had picked some, and I gave a list of others, and I said I was going to pick 17 of them. There was a tie between, how many? I think it's about 4 of them. Yeah, there were 4 that had 12. So the least amount that made it to next year was 12 of votes, that is. And I think the biggest amount was 22 on one of them. So that means I'm going to have 61 instead of 60, which is fine. I have pictures to show you of the ones that made it, and I'll let you know that whole list. And a couple of them that I'm going to show you that I actually stitched on in the past couple of weeks are not going to be seen until I pick them up out of their resting pile. What are we going to call that? It's not quite a UFO. It's not quite a timeout, because it's not like they made me mad. We're just going to call it their hibernation pile. How about that? So there's going to be a bunch going to their hibernation pile, and it's totally fine. I may grab a couple. I suspect I may add some to my list next year eventually. I might say, hey, you know what? I really want to stitch on that. Or not. I do have at least 2 new starts planned for next year, and I'll show you those at the end of the video during my wrap up, my plans. And I stitched on a bunch of different things to get my last 300 on everything. I'm down to 2 WIPs that need their 300. One of them needs the full 300. One of them only needs 200. I am down to, and this is for my yearly goal, by the way. And then I'm down to finishing Notre Dame, which I haven't finished, but I did work on it. And then I broke it up by working on some other things in between, so I wasn't getting burnt out. So let's get into it. It's been a couple of weeks. I stitched, I counted WIPs, and votes, and redid my list for next year already. I went to Jingle Ball. I did the Jingle Ball. That was good. There were a lot of people in there. They don't give you the full number. I don't know why they keep that a big secret, but apparently they're not telling you what the actual number of participants is. Whatever. I bought a whole bunch of the charts, and basically I last minute decided to do the Jingle Ball, and it was completely FOMO for some of the charts. And then I know last year I might have gone into one stitch group, and then I did a couple of the meet and greets. This year I actually participated in 2 of the stitching rooms, and I met 2 new people. I met Hannah and Nell. One is from Iowa, and the other one, where'd she say she is? Nebraska. Yeah, Nebraska. So it was fun. I also met some old friends. Erica and Kevin joined me in one of the stitching rooms for a while. And I sat in on a couple of the meet and greets. I sat in for the Zoom type meet and greet with Beth Twist from Heartstring Samplery. That was fun. And then I watched in the main room a couple of the other designers I caught. And it's not because I didn't want to catch them all. It's just that, time. It's going on all day long. I didn't have all day long or to sit there and wait, and or the attention span. I saw Beth in both the meet and greet where you could chit chat with her, and then the one where her and her husband were talking, and then you just typed in comments if you wanted to, and sometimes they were flying by so fast they couldn't get to every comment. I saw in the main room for that same format was, I'm trying to think, Satsuma Street. and I caught a little bit of Stephanie from Lindy Stitches, and I'm trying to think. I don't know that I caught Tiny Modernist. I think I caught maybe 5 or 10 minutes of Tiny Modernist, and there was another one. Teresa Kogut. I did see Teresa Kogut also. So I might have caught one of the others, not quite sure. I didn't take any classes. That was fine. I mean, I'm sure some of them would have been fine, but I didn't plan for that. I didn't plan for any of it, so I didn't try to go for any of the classes. And I know that they had some free ones, but it's fine. It's fine. But it was good. It was worth it. I enjoyed myself. And that brings us to my old chart. I've been showing you guys an old chart. Now when I say old chart, I'm like over 10 years old, at least. And if I can get a good crusty one, I'll show it to you. This one was last minute because I took so much time getting the WIPs and everything together and the list and everything that I just went and grabbed one real quick out of my stash, and that is this Sweetheart Tree. This is called Blackberry Fob. I did check before I came on here, and it is available at least at sweethearttree.com. It's on there, and it comes with the beads. Now, as you see, this has been finished with a bunch of beads around the outside. I can guarantee you that that's not enough beads to do the whole outside like that. It is enough beads to do the berry and the couple of beads on the actual fob. But if you want to finish it like they did here, you're going to need more of those beads. And I'm not quite sure what color bead that is. Does she tell you? It's got a mixture of beads in it. A special bead pack containing, I'm just going to read off the names because the numbers are whatever. Garnet, Royal Plum, Eggplant, Frosted Garnet, and Frosted Boysenberry. So basically she piled them together to make the blackberry. And you'd have to source the beads for the outside of the fob. Oh, I guess I should tell you the year, huh? If I had glasses on. 2006 is the year that this one was published. And it's still available. And I also saw it on Etsy and stuff like that too. So there's options. You'll be able to find it. Let's get into the winners for, when I say winners, the WIP. The WIPs that won to be stitched on for next year. Let's do that. I guess I could call them the voting results. Words are hard to, you know. Like I said, there's a couple of extra. How many extra? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 15. So I ended up picking 19 instead of just 17. And that's fine. All right. I'm just going to go down my list. I'm not, that's the order that I'm choosing, not in, you know, how many, or, we're just going to go down my list. I don't even know words. Oh. All right, let's go with the voting results now. So I'm just going to go down the list that I made. I highlighted in green the ones that actually won. And I want to thank everybody. It was a lot of fun. It sounds like you guys had fun doing that. Maybe if I can come up with something else for you guys to vote on again, we'll do that in the future. But it was definitely fun. It's interesting to see what got voted on and what did not. The one I can tell you with the least amount of votes was Pilgrims of Plymouth, which I'm not heartbroken about. I don't mind stitching it. I don't hate it, but I haven't felt the need to want to stitch it, so I'm not mad that it won't make it in the next year. The one with the most amount of votes would be Halloween Fairy. That's the Nora Corbett one out of the magazine that you can now get on Hirschner's as a PDF. That one had 22. So I'll show you a picture of the ones that won. I'll name it, and I'll tell you how many votes. So we've got Friends and Family. This is the Linen Threads 2020 Mystery Sale. That had 12 votes. Then we have Aqua City. Aqua City by Ciro Machete. It's a max color. That one had 16 votes. The Bookshelf from Little House Needleworks, 13 votes. And A Bee Comes, that one won with 12 votes. This is Leela's Studio, isn't it? Yes, Leela's Studio. And, stuck. We've got ourselves a happy hooker, guys. You guys must like the happy hooker. She's got 13 votes. That's the baker's wife. I do have her sister. I haven't started her yet. Next on the list, we have Anzac. Anzac won with 16 votes. That's from Long Dog Sampler. Garden Prelude, she had 16 votes from Mirabilia. Sammy should be happy because we started that together. Hedgehog House. Out of Hunter and Hedgehog, you guys voted this one in. Hedgehog House got 13 votes. Hunter only got 11. So he was in the running, but... So Hedgehog House. We've got Lady and the Tramp. It's the Dreams Collection by Thomas Kincaid Studios, and I think it was MCG Textiles is the one that they're out of print now anyway. But that had 13. We've got Halloween Fairy. Halloween Fairy got 22 votes. This one is available in an old magazine and also on Hirschner's if you want the PDF. We have NYC Twin Towers from Stitch and Jules Design on Etsy. And that one had 13 votes. One of the Panic Kits, Clockwork Bird, had 13 votes. This one I knew early on that it was going to be a winner. October 31st, 19 votes. Oh, where's that picture? I forgot to pull the picture for Potions and Spells. That is by Autumn Lane Stitchery. You can get that on their Etsy. That had 14 votes. Penguins, this realist kit. 15 votes for penguins. They are really cute. Haunted Library Sale. That got 16 votes. Love Bugs. It's another one I'm selling with a few people. Megan and Sarah, did you start this one? Megan and Sarah and Sammy and Gina started it. So we've got Love Bugs. They had 14 votes. At the Met had 12 votes. And Winter Hot Cocoa had 12 votes. So the ones with 12, there were 4 of them. I didn't want to choose between the 4, so I just threw them all on there since it was only 2 extra. I figured, why not? So that's going to bring me to 61 WIPs to work on. I have to put these pictures somewhere. Okay. Again, thank you again. I thought it was fun. It sounds like you guys had fun, so maybe I can find something like that to do again in the future. Now I have to finish making my plans. I think what I'm going to commit to is doing 300 stitches at least on all the WIPs and 600 on the full coverage ones. That way, I think the full coverage need the extra work because they're going to be extra work, and it's the bare minimum on them. So we'll see how that works. I should be able to do that just fine, and that'll give me time to work on things like some new things if I end up, or putting in extra on stuff that I'm really into or close to a finish on. Speaking of close to a finish, this is going to be done by the end of the year, guys. This is Guardians of Notre Dame. It's by Ingleside Imaginarium. It is available on their Etsy site. I am stitching this on 32 count Victoria Mata Sampler shop linen. It was a fabric of the month. I don't think they're doing fabric anymore. You could check. I think they have, I should say one more time. I want to say they have an Etsy shop. I don't think it's on eBay. On eBay, I think it's on Etsy. So you can check with them there. But here it is. This is how far I've gotten. I don't know what I did since my very last video, but what's new for this month, I know, is some of the stuff in here, and a lot of this elephant I finished up. It matched up. I was so happy. So I know the very latest stitches were in this trunk, and I finished his leg. So this is going to be the elephant. I had to finish the top of his head and then do the back stitch, because I'm not going to leave all the back stitch till the end. So I'll finish him up, do the back stitch, and then I'll do the other guy, do the back stitch, and finish this. I'll probably go in between, because I like to break it up. So tonight, when I sit down to stitch, I'm sure I'll get up again, so I'll sit down. Okay, I'm not going to be sitting here the whole time. Anyway, when I go to stitch, I will be stitching on this one because I took a few days off and I need to get back in. So hopefully I can finish up the elephant tonight at least. We'll see. It's a goal. I mean, what's today? The 13th? I've got time. I've got plenty of time, right? I'm not going to put that away too hard because I got to put it on a key snap. Alright, next up, I worked on Anholt Castle. Anholt Castle will not be seen. It did not win. But I did get 52 whole stitches in it. I needed to finish up the 300. I realized I was 50 stitches short. So I threw... Actually, I think I was 42 stitches short. Whatever. I threw 52 stitches in over here somewhere. It was all around in here. I was just trying to fill in and move over and fill in and move over. Get them in. So Anholt Castle, that's from Artisy. That's being stitched on 18 count Aida. And it's going to go away for now. We will see it at a later date. I have all the rest of them that I'm not showing in the video. I have them sitting in a laundry bin waiting for me to put them away. So that will go there. Another one that won't be seen anytime soon is Around the World in 80 Days. That was not a winner. I managed to get in 367 stitches just last night. This is what I worked on last night. And I should have just finished the water, but I didn't. And all the stitches I did was in here. So it was the picket fence. I stitched the entire picket fence. And the blue stitches there, those were there, but all the rest of this blue and those little white waves, that was all last night. That was 367 stitches. That's a lot of stitches in one little area. And from here on down is all full coverage. So it's still got a good 20 stitches below it. And it's all full coverage. This is 32 count Logana Poltergeist by Silkweaver. It's one of those pieces that I got years and years ago. And it is going away for now. Another one that's going to go away for a while is Hunter. Hunter, the artwork by Jean-Baptiste Monge, and it's printed by Lena Lawson, Needle Arts. And this is the one I started with Amy from Amy Loves Toads. Of course, she finished hers because she stitches. Okay, she stitches more than I do. He is being stitched on 32 count Moonlit Tree by Fabric Flare. I ended up putting in a total of 210 stitches last time I stitched on it, so it got 314 stitches for the year. Here's the fabric that I chose for him. I'm not sure how much will be left in there where I'll be cutting out around or framing it around when I'm finished, but I'll get some of that scenery in, obviously. Why else put it on that fabric, right? But closer up, here he is. What I stitched on was all in here. All 200 stitches went. They're fiddly too. So there's a blend in there because every green in DMC is not enough. We should blend some. So he got some of his toes and filling in a lot of his front arm and some of his body in here. And he'll be going away for a bit. Maybe if I finish Hedgehog House, I'll pull out Hunter. How about that? Hedgehog House is about a third done. A little over a third done. And then we have why is this not there? Oh, because it didn't make it. I don't know why I thought this made it, but it didn't. Okay, sorry. Brain fart. Mandela Dragonfly from Awesome Pattern Studio. It's on Etsy. Number 113, it said at the bottom of that. I ended up putting in 323 stitches. And that total for the year was only 339. And it's being stitched on an opalescent fabric. I don't know if you could tell. Hold on. Yeah, there you go. It's a 28 count opal silk weaver Lugana. There's no name. I don't know what the name of the fabric is, but there you go. It might be one of the solo cuts or something. What did I do on this one? I know I worked this stuff up here. I worked that, and oh, I did all this color gray. I think I did all that. And then I worked on some of the blue. Like the lighter blue there. So all this gray, some of that, and there's some white in there too. Yeah. So there we go. That will go away for a little bit. Another one that'll be going away is Spangled Happiness. Spangled Happiness by Needle Bling Design. I ended up putting in 312 stitches. Over the past 2 weeks, it is being stitched on 32 count Heroic by Picture This Plus. And here it is. The stitches I did were, I finished the word Spangled. There was one flower, I did the other two, and I did the branches and that star. And this one will be going away. I made a lot of room by doing this. In here, anyway. Another one I worked on was Limited Addition. This was by Ink Circles. Got this at Galleria in, I wonder if she has the year. 2019. I ended up putting in 334 stitches. The fabric came with it. It was kitted all up. It says 32 or 36 count. I'm doing 32 count Cocoa Linen by Mystic Fabrics. And here is what it looks like now. This one's going away though. I ended up doing the flower, the stem, some of that stem, and a couple of the numbers and the lines. I know I did that number, that one of the threes, I can't remember, and a bunch of the outlines. So it got a good bit in there. Yeah, I did the number 5 also in there. I do remember that. And Penny America from Tree of Life Samplings. This one's going away. It is being stitched on 32 count Heroic from picture this plus side. I can do that. There we go. I ended up doing excuse me. I ended up finishing this penny. Going along here, I did the word justice and all these little motifs. Well, that's the start of the flag to get in the rest of my stitches. Did I say how many stitches? 307 total. So in order to get all the stitches, I put motifs in after I did the word justice just to fill in the rest. Because I just wanted to work off of that and get off the borders for a little bit. Alright. Let's get this one put away. Alright. I did show you the picture for Lady and the Tramp. I'm going to put it back in the chart. Lady and the Tramp, I swapped out the kit fabric because I didn't trust it to have enough of a border. And I put it on 32 count white Joblin because it doesn't need to be a color. It is a full coverage. I'll still look at, oh, there's the picture. Sure. Okay. And I was able to put in just the other, I only needed 150 stitches. So I did 158 total. I filled in a lot of over here and some that filtered down in here. And that was 150 stitches. Did I do anything else? I think I did a little bit of the green in here too. So it's got its little corner, but it will be pulled out this year, so there's that. It'll get 600 this year, right? Right. All right. Peaceful Ponderings. This one didn't make the cut, so it'll be going away. Peaceful Ponderings is being stitched on a fabric by Dreamer Bug, which is Lexi, who is Sammy J's daughter from Tiny Hummingbird Stitchery. She dyed it. It's great purple and yellow. And this is how far I got on it. I did show the picture, right? I know Amy from Amy Loves Toad started this one. I ended up finishing the stitches on this dragonfly, which had quarter stitches in it, by the way, and starting the frog. And that was just to finish up the stitches that I needed on it. I only needed 100 stitches, and that's what it gave me. This one will be going away. And then we have Aqua City. I had to do 300 stitches on that. I ended up doing 419. Excuse me. Alright, this is being stitched on 22 count. It's 22 count Ada. Or they might even call it Hardanger. I'm not sure. Guys, let me know. Artwork by Sierra Marchetti. Heaven Notr Designs, Max Color. Over 400 stitches I put in. And I did what they're calling that typewriter method. And that's just choosing a color and finishing out the thread. Finishing out the thread. Just sort of feathering it out. I wasn't sure if I wanted to, I think I even did some under here. I wasn't sure if I wanted to work my way down or work my way across. So I just sort of looked at it. I was looking for more symbols than just 3 here, 2 there, just to get them knocked out. So that's what I ended up doing. And under this swirl, I don't know if you can tell the difference, but under the little blue here. So let me show you where that's at. It's way up in here. So there's, I'm doing this blue, and then the stingray's in there. See him? The way he comes up. He's in there. So eventually I'll have yet something else besides those tiny 3 fish. And I thought, well, maybe I want to work my way over this big old fish over here. I don't know. We'll see. We will see, because it will get at least 600 stitches this year since it was voted in. That is the extent of my stitching. I will be working on Notre Dame tonight and probably put in a couple days on that. And then I also have, I will show you, as far as plans go, this needs to go away. As far as plans go, we've got, I will be stitching on A Treasured Time. That's my dimensions. I have to get 200 stitches in on that. This is the one I started with Kat from Valkyrie Stitchworks at the retreat. So I need to get in another 200 stitches on that. And then I didn't pull out the picture, but Emerald Mermaid is also one that I need to get 300 stitches on. I put some vinyl on vinyl. Next up. In plans. I don't have the picture right now, but I have plans to start at least 2, I told you. The one of them is a full coverage, and I've shown you guys, I think, before. It's called Let Us Gather. Let Us Gather. The artwork's by Jody Bergsma, but the chart itself is from Shiny Sun, I believe. Anyway, it's not on this one sheet. That's just the key sheet that I have there. When I do start it, I'll have a picture for you, and I'll get the designer for you. This bag, by the way, is still available in my shop. It's a fleece. It's really soft. And the inside, matter of fact, here, the inside fabric is this sweater fabric. So if you're looking, I do have a few of these left. Let's segue. I have a few of these chickens with Santa hats. I have a few of those left. I have a couple of these ones. These are a steampunk Christmas, and then this is like a Hearthside family Christmas. It's like animals, though. There's a hedgehog, a blankie, and then mason jars on the inside. And there's a few other things available as far as there's smalls, a couple of small bags, and or books. The other new start is my New Year new start, which I think I told you guys before, and that's going to be Say Coffee. So that's my New Year new start. I also need to finish working on, well, I need to finish it. It shouldn't, I say this all the time. Famous last words, it shouldn't take too long. But the house didn't take too long. That is the, it's not a crack house, it's a crack home for my son. That's something I need to work on. And let me show you my purchases, and then I'm done. I didn't get anything in the mail as far as Stitchy Kindness that I can remember. No. I had some purchases. So, for Jingle Ball, they had some exclusives. So, I had to buy some. Beth, Heartstring Sampler. Out There ornament set. These all make references to movies. Got that. Tiny Modernist, the Yule Goddess. I think these will be, you could check with these. I don't know if all of these, I don't think all of them are exclusive to the ball. Some of them are just new at the ball, so you'd have to check with the designer if you're interested. Home for Christmas from Teresa Kogut. This is definitely an exclusive. And exclusive means it'll be available next year. Winter Woods from Satsuma Street. You could do this as 4 different tiles. You could do them as little motifs, or you could do the whole thing. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I just thought it was cute. And we have Santa's Delivery from Teresa Kogut. And they had freebies, and one of the ones I ended up printing out because I had a picture is this old-fashioned hot cocoa. And that was a freebie from Tiny Modernist. Very cute. Also, since I lost my hard drive, I ended up buying last year's ornament collaboration book again. Because I just don't have it. I have some stuff that I was able to recover because I had it on my Google Drive. Some of it I had either on the Google Drive or on a jump drive, but not everything. This was definitely not one of them, so I'm kind of sad. So I had to buy it again because this giraffe. And I'm not mad because there's a couple other couple others on here that I really like. I like this one. I'm not a wine drinker, so I'm not gonna. That's the Ink Circles one. But I do like this one, and this little fox lady. I'm glad I got it also because there's this year's has her mate. And this is this year's book. I bought this year's book also. This is so ridiculous. I want to stitch it now. There's a hole in this bird. You do it on perforated plastic or perforated paper. Either or, by the way. And then you hang the bell in there. And that's not a raccoon. It's a red panda. How cute. There's a tree on that ship, and she's got that's by Ink Circles, and her exclusive was actually a whole motif with different ships and stuff. And then I bought these. These had to be shipped. These were from Heartstring Samplery. Her mom and a couple of her mother's friends are sewing and selling things, and these are called needle Huzzies, Huzzies. And this is what it looks like. It's got this little elastic, right? Oh, okay. So if I learned how to button, there. And you open it up, and it opens up to a circle. And it's got this soft felt in there, so you can stick your orts on there or put your needles in there. And then when you're done, you fold it all up. Extra added bonus, you can put, because you know I have scissors, right? You can then put your scissors in here, right? And then put that between the handles. And it'll hold your scissors too. So it's cute if you're on the go or just going for a stitchy day and just want to carry just a couple things. You put a couple extra needles in there, your pair of scissors, and you could take it to go. And it'll act as a scissor sheath, so you could throw it in with your project that you're going to take. So, all that to say, I bought 2 of them. There's this one. They had all Christmas themed. Well, I think most of them were Christmas themed, and if it wasn't, I wasn't crazy about the pattern. I don't know. I just decided to go with these. I thought this was cute. That one's mine. And then I bought one for Gina. And that's Gina's. It's candy canes. She likes green. So, of course, if you throw it around, that's even better. So that one's for Gina. Alright, so that's what I had to get in the mail. Luckily, they didn't even charge shipping, so I bought them no shipping. Or they put the shipping in with the price. I don't know. Whatever. I also made a couple other purchases. One of the people that was really nice was I was able to go on Etsy and download a lot of the stuff that I had previously purchased and save it. And this time it's going on external drive, by the way. When I did that, I found that I didn't have one of the pieces to the Haunted Library sale. So I contacted Lola Crow and I was like, hey, I don't have this part. would you be able to send it to me again? You know, I lost my hard drive. I've got all the rest. Not a problem. She sent it to me in the message. She could see I purchased it. And I was happy, and I was, of course, you know, I go on her site, and she's got cute stuff. So I ended up joining her Creepy Christmas Village sale. And the first 4 have already been released. That's what they look like. And the other 2 will be out shortly. No regrets, right? No regrets. Then I was told that Scarlet Quince is going to retire next year. I got a whole year, but, I mean, I might as well go shopping and see. I've never bought a Scarlet Quince. For those that don't know, Scarlet Quince does full coverage piece. They create full coverage designs for cross stitch. Most of what I see, it looks like it's called Scarlet Quince, the fine art of cross stitch, and I feel like they center around fine art for the most part. So you can get a lot of popular paintings as a cross stitch, etc., or stuff that might have been in history or historical works. I went through. Not a ton of them look like something that I'd actually want to stitch and hang up. They're nice, but I do like Egyptian things and stuff that looks more realistic. So I ended up going with this one. And I'm going to butcher the word, I think. I'm going to try. Nebumon, Hunting in the Marshes, it's called. And there's an explanation of him hunting for the birds in the marshes. There's also one that sort of looks like this, and it's a whole different depiction, but it also had a different color scheme. I preferred this color scheme to the mostly yellows that you see. And I mean, it's full coverage, but it's not absolutely blocky full coverage. It's almost like you're just stitching the tablet portion. Once they also had save 10%, I think, or 15, something like that. There was a sale, so that's another reason why I purchased when I did, because I knew I could wait, but sale. And since it was on sale, I also decided to spend an extra $2.30 minus the discount to get the DMC tags. And I printed it out on label paper, because I full sheets label paper for my printing labels, well, shipping labels. And so I printed it out on this, and then I could just cut them out for when I kit it. I don't know when I'm kitting it. I don't know when I'm starting it, but I have it. So there's that. And then there's one more thing. I put an order in a few weeks ago with Live and Die LA, and it came in the other day. It was 2 pieces of fabric. I purchased one that was 32 count, one that was 40 count, and I've been in a green phase because I don't have a lot of green fabrics, and I'm trying to find the perfect one for, I haven't even bought the chart yet, Long Dog's samplers. Lo and behold, I have this I'm envisioning it on a green, so I'm purchasing different ones, and there's one that I want to get from Fox and Rabbit. It's I can't think of the name of it right now, but they have a green fern, maybe something like that, and I really want that one, so eventually I'll get that too. I think I want it in a 40 count or a 32, either or. So I purchased this one. This is the 40 count linen, and the color is called California Sage. I bought a fat quarter, and that's pretty true to what it looks like. And then I purchased this one. It's a 32 count Lugana Evergreen Dew, and that's pretty true also. This is more got a seafoamy or aqua type creamy color, and this is more of a stark darker green. So it matches the, believe it or not, this matches I guess that's, never mind. I'm having a, this is like a really, comfers, they call them, the trees, comfort trees, comfort forest type of green for me. And I was going to say it looks more of an evergreen, but if I think about it, some of the evergreens have that frosty color on them. Now I'm babbling. Anyway, laugh at me. It's fine. I laugh at me. So, I'm happy with my purchases, and I will find something to put on those. I have a lot of blue. I don't have a lot of grays. That's another one I would purchase, but I need to stop. So, plans are, as far as stitching, I showed you what I was going to stitch. Otherwise, I am going to start cutting out more bags. I also need to finish my inventory for the group. I started doing the inventory for my group, and the bags are definitely done. And I think I did, basically it's the small stuff that I need to do. Like, I need to go through all the needle minders and stuff like that and figure out what I'm doing with that. Some may go on discount, some may not. I need to double check all the counts as to how many I have, etc. So it's just fiddly stuff. And then I'm having Christmas dinner with my kids. When's the next time I'm supposed to? 14 days. Yeah, that's going to be after Christmas. So, Merry Christmas for those that, see, Eagles Christmas. So, Merry Christmas for those that celebrate that. Happy Hanukkah for those that celebrate. I'm not sure if Hanukkah's over, or is it over tomorrow? I'm looking. Hanukkah's first day was on the 8th. So, it's over. It's over. Okay, so, happy belated Hanukkah. For those that, celebrate that, happy Kwanzaa for those that celebrate. Obviously, not happy if you don't celebrate. Let's go with the obvious, right? Let's just go with, I hope you have a pleasant couple of weeks, whether you're celebrating something or not. And I know that a lot of people get blue around the holidays, and I hope you can find your people, as far as, even if it's online or something. If you're blue, maybe you can find some people you can talk with or hang out with or stitch with or something like that. Do something to get you out, try to get you out of the doldrums. It's always easier said than done. And may all your food taste great and nobody burns your stuff. I don't know what else to say without getting too stupid. I am going to have ham. We're going to do ham and mashed potatoes and gravy and some kind of veg. And my daughter's going to buy a couple pies, I think she said. And they're going to, I told them for my, shaking the table. For Christmas, I want them to come help me clean my shed. So they agreed to come down for the Christmas weekend, help me clean my shed, and then install my new mailbox. I'm getting a bigger mailbox. I bought it already. It needs to be installed. And I think I'm going to buy it a new ceiling fan or two. One for the living room, definitely. One for the bedroom. And then later on down the line, I don't know, if I had the money, I'd put one in here too. But it's not an emergency, so the two for the bedroom and the living room are more urgent, because the one in the bedroom makes noise. And not a good fan noise, guys. It's like, it sounds like the bearings are going. The one in the living room, the sconces actually point up for the lights, and I've always hated it since I moved in. This is a rental. My landlord doesn't mind, by the way. Side note, he doesn't mind. Because I told him I was doing it. I said, I'm not charging you or anything. It's not going to cost you anything. I'm just doing it. But I'm going to change it because I don't like the lights for the most part. And it's old. It needs to be replaced. So the lights point up, and then the fixtures that hold the fans, the tongs that hold the fan blades, are a brass color. So it shines off, and it's almost like a disco light. If I had a seizure disorder, I'd probably have seizures sitting in the living room. So I hate it. Okay. Babbling on about a whole bunch of bull. I hope everybody has a good holiday. I'll be on Virtual Stitchers here and there. If you get on, or you want to get on and want to see me, message me. Otherwise, I will see you on the Wednesday after which is the 27th or 28th, I think. I forget. All right. Have a couple of great weeks, and don't forget, don't let anyone steal your sunshine.